What's up, guys? Welcome to the StudioDork Podcast, episode 30. My name is Gary. Also with me is...
Cameron. And yeah, that's what's going on now.
That's what's going on now.
We haven't figured this format out yet.
We haven't figured this format out yet. So we will.
Yeah. Completely.
But if you, by any chance, if you guys do want to listen to some interesting stuff...
You could just listen right now.
You could.
Yeah.
You don't have to... Yeah.
You don't have to wait for music. Like,
no music necessary.
If this is weird and you don't really like it, you can just shut it off for a second, listen to like 30 seconds of music, and then start back up again. Make sure you get the fade right.
And do jumping jacks while it's shut off.
I guess if you want to.
Yeah,
it's cool.
They want to.
Yeah, being healthy. Yeah, be healthy. Yeah, why not?
Eat a salad.
They were already doing jumping jacks.
Oh man, while eating a salad?
Yeah.
Is this regular show or is this going...
I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see. We got cutters.
Yeah. So, what's been going on with you this week?
Everything's going pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty good.
I didn't ask you how it was going. I asked you what's been going on.
Oh, the rude guy. It's the new you.
Yeah. No.
You can't be your real self on the show. You have to be nicer.
No.
I was telling our audience, not you.
Okay.
I used that comeback before, haven't I?
A couple times.
Yeah, you drink that water.
Yeah,
you drink that water good.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Now everything's going pretty good, actually. I actually had a photo shoot, like an actual professional photo shoot on Saturday for one of my pretty good clients. I was already doing some stuff for him before, and he noticed that I'm able to take pretty good quality photos. So he asked me if I have ever done anything like that before. Would I be interested? They needed somebody, so I just gave it a shot. I've never done anything like that. It was an event for like a business program for like a pretty high-end school.
Cool, man.
So it was pretty good stuff.
How'd that go? How'd you feel doing that stuff? Because I know he had models and stuff, right?
No models.
Oh, no models?
Yeah, no,
okay.
This was like people were at that event talking, conversating, so I have to go a little bit in their face and take pictures. And that's not really my thing. And I had my lens set up in the middle. Like I have it set up like I'm shooting everything on auto. I mean, not on auto. I'm shooting everything on manual, so I'm adjusting it and everything like that. But I had my focus set on set on auto, and I have the little thing. There's in my camera, the different cameras are different, but in my camera you have like these, I think 9 lights, and you set them. If you set all of them, it'll choose where to autofocus on. But I chose the middle, so I would always focus on what I want to focus on, and then move my lens. But sometimes I forget to do that, so some things came out blurry more than I would have liked them to. So
that's okay.
They haven't seen the pictures yet, so I don't know how they will feel about them.
This is where me and you differ a lot in photography, in the sense that I shoot 1 million photos and you shoot like...
No, I shot like 500 or 600 in that one.
Okay.
This one you have to, I understand.
Yeah, that's
here
what I was going to say.
To.
Yeah.
You don't have a
ratio
choice.
thing at this point.
Yeah.
But even like, how long was the event?
It was like a couple hours. You would have probably shot around the same. I did shoot I shot like a really good amount.
Well, I'm thinking based on like what our wedding photos are.
Yeah, it was good.
And I know that wedding photographers shoot on average 2,000 or 3,000. Yeah. So it's like, that's what I was thinking, like how long it's even.
Yeah, I've never done anything like that. Nor am I a photographer, and my badge said photographer. Yeah. So I was going on stage and doing all this stuff because there was also speakers and stuff. I was taking pictures of them, and that felt cool.
Nice.
For a second, man. I was really tired that day. I came back and I just crashed, fell asleep.
That's cool, man.
Just relaxed. Yeah, so that's what I did. That's what I did this weekend. Other than that, at work, everything's going pretty good. Just doing continue doing different interface stuff and different things like that. Changing some stuff up and working with people, and everything's going pretty good.
Good, man. That's good.
Yeah. And you went to Magic Mountain or something, huh?
I did. I totally forgot to talk about that.
No, because we just started.
Yeah. I know. I just I didn't write it down on my notes. I was like, oh yeah.
No, I'll decide what you'll talk about. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, thank you. No, I did a lot this week actually. I had a kind of a busy week.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of movies. So I saw John Carter this week, which we talked about on the show, which I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. I do think John Carter as a character was a little bit flat. There's something about him that was a little bit flat, but
so he needs to get implants in his personality?
Yeah, definitely. Personality implants, of course. And then I went to... So, the trailer just came out today for this movie. It's the new Adam Sandler animated movie. We're doing some of the marketing for it. And I'm part of the marketing team for it. It's called Hotel Transylvania. So I got to go to a screening of that last week sometime. And it's about 29% done, but I enjoyed what I saw.
29?
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
That's 100% accurate. That's what they told us.
They're liars. Done. It's 26%.
Yeah? Fantastic.
And you're in the marketing teams. Do you guys play basketball against other marketing teams?
All day, dog.
Okay, just want to make sure.
All day.
Just want to make sure.
But anyway, so Hotel Transylvania, the new the new trailer just launched today, which is it's gonna be a week from now, actually. But definitely check that out. I think it's putting definitely new look on Sony Pictures Animation now. And then I went to another screening of this new Matt Damon movie. It was a test screening of a movie called Elysium. I can't really say much about it. It was extremely unfinished, and it was. It was cool. It's like a futuristic movie, so I would definitely keep an eye out on that. And then on Sunday I went and saw Pirates, Band of Misfits. There's a screening of that because that is coming out this week this week for in theaters, and it was
in this week our time or our listeners' time.
No, so it's gonna actually be out the previous week in our listeners' time.
But they could be listening to it like in a month from now.
Okay, well it comes out April 27th.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so April 27th for that. You want me to give dates for Hotel T?
Give dates and give social security numbers.
Okay.
And
Hotel Transylvania.
I
know, I was just kidding. But yeah, so that's Pirates, Band of Misfits, made by the same guy that did Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run.
Cool.
It was cool. And then I went to Magic Mountain this weekend.
Yep.
And Magic Mountain was awesome.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah,
Thanks for the invite, bro.
Well, I got invited last minute, and it was someone else's birthday, so I was being invited by a friend. It was their friend's birthday, so I wasn't sure I was allowed to invite anybody because I got invited by someone else. Yeah, so...
And I had a photo shoot that same day.
Yeah, exactly. So, see, you wouldn't have wanted to go anyways.
Don't use my excuse as an excuse. No, actually, I would. I would have loved to have gone to Magic Mountain.
Well, I have a season pass now,
but
so if you want to go.
Serious?
Yeah, because they have that thing where you buy one day.
How much was it?
It's like $60. You buy one day and then
see,
you get a
that's
season
something
pass.
that people care about knowing.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you want to go to Magic Mountain, man, you buy one day and you get the season pass for free.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
So, yeah, I had a blast. I haven't been to, like, Six Flags since I was, like, 8 or 9, so it was super awesome.
We know people that work for that company, so we might be able to,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Possibly.
Yeah. But, yeah. And that's pretty
You haven't seen Three Stooges, have you?
No, did you see it?
I didn't see it,
okay.
But your reaction is some people have reactions like that. Ugh. And I heard really positive stuff about it. I don't know.
I just don't know who is the audience that they were trying to get, Because, like, my stepdad is, like, someone that's huge in the Three Stooges, but that's because he's an older demographic. I don't know.
I see it, older demographic and kids liking it. That's what I see. I see older people that were fans of it and stuff like that, and like kids and stuff, because you know how it's kind of goofy and stuff. But I heard very positive things. It did unexpectedly. I think it came in second that first opening weekend.
It did do good, and I was just surprised.
And I heard it's a good movie.
Wait, have you ever watched Three Stooges?
I did watch it. I wasn't super into it, but my sister actually used to like it. She used to be into it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, I never really got too into it. I was more of a I Love Lucy type of guy.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I think I might have liked Three Stooges when I was younger, but yeah, man.
So people's response are like yours, like, oh, wow, I don't want to see that.
I know, like, I've been listening to a lot of radio shows, and they've been just talking crap on it too. Really? Like, I don't know why.
So I heard positive stuff. I wanted to mention that because it was unexpectedly the second.
I would like to see how it does the second weekend now.
Which was this past weekend.
Oh, how did it do? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think actually I was just looking at box office numbers, and I think it did something around 20 still, which is not bad. I think
of course, that's really good for second week.
I think they came in third, actually.
Who was the biggest actor in that movie?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the biggest actor was the creator of one of the guys from Mad Men. I apologize, I don't know his name, but also the creator of that show on HBO that you don't like, that I like, with the Jewish guy.
He was on Mad Men?
No, it's a different, not Mad Men, on Mad TV.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Mad Men?
Yeah, I was like, what? That guy wasn't in Mad Men.
People are all confused. What are you talking about?
You're talking about the creator of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, the Curb Your Enthusiasm guy was on there too. He was a
He was a nun.
He was a nun, right?
Oh, okay. I was thinking the main actors, but
no, he wasn't one of the main actors.
Yeah.
One of the main actors was from Mad TV, not Mad Men. If I said Mad Men.
No, yeah, one of the guys was from The Sopranos.
Sopranos.
I don't remember that guy's name either.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta remember names and be respectful.
I know.
Blah.
But yeah.
So did you buy CS6 already?
Did you buy CS6 already?
Yes.
You did?
No, you can't buy it yet.
I didn't know if it was out because you told me on like Sunday you were like, "Hey man, I've been keeping track every single day. I'm waiting for it. I'm just gonna buy it." So
it's no, it was a pre-release thing of it on April 23rd. So they had all the announcements and everything about the iCloud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the iCloud, the Creative Cloud.
Yeah, it's so funny. iCloud. It's like a default now. Everyone's just gonna go to iCloud instead of like, you know.
The new cloud.
The new cloud.
But yeah, so the Creative
Cloud.
Did you read about all this stuff? Do you know how it works?
I watched a video on it, but it wasn't very long. It was like the 2-minute just preview where they just kind of explain what it was.
It's pretty fascinating idea.
It is.
Have with it. So originally we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. People want to subscribe to Photoshop or Illustrator or any of those programs. I think Photoshop was $50 per month.
Yeah.
And you could own it. It's just Photoshop, but now what they did with the Creative Cloud, it's still $50, which is it's like $49.95 or $99, a little bit below $50. And that's basically for everything. You get the entire master collection and anything new that comes out. Like, I believe they're gonna add Lightroom to that too within the next couple of months. That's a big rumor, but I'm not absolutely positive. Pretty good deal, $50, and you own everything. So really think about that. For a master collection, you would pay $2,600 if you're buying a brand new, and $50 a month. So what is that in a year?
$50 a month. So that's 5 times 10.
1,200 or whatever. 600.
You know, 500, and then So basically, $600.
$600, right? So in 2 years, it's $1,200. So that's what you would pay. $1,200 for a master collection. You pay $2,600 for one. I don't know. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
The little hidden thing also is that for student and teachers, they could pay $29.95 instead of $40. And then another hidden thing is if you already own CS5, CS4, or CS3, you only for the first year you only pay $29.95 instead of $49.95.
That's awesome.
And you own everything, like all the Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, Muse, all that stuff. The non-beta version that we talked about it.
I can almost see this because I think that Adobe loses a lot of money on piracy and stuff, and I almost see this making them gain a little more revenue than they already do.
Pretty good idea.
It is a really smart idea, actually. I think, and also what I've also heard about cloud is it also links between if you have Photoshop Express on your iPad,
it does,
and stuff like that, and that's very, very intriguing.
And
idea.
Between multiple computers, so you save on one thing, another one computer, and another computer, and a laptop, and blah blah. It all gets synced, so you still have consistent files. Yeah. Which is pretty much the idea of a cloud, but but that's pretty much those are the softwares that we use the most, which is good. So I saw like so they already have on a lot of things that they came out with a few days ago from our time. The same day that they announced all the stuff for CS6, they released a lot of on Adobe.tv.com and also on Lynda, they released a lot of different tutorials and a lot of different things explaining all the new features and all the different things. In Illustrator, just to mention some stuff in Illustrator. So I mentioned this before. Illustrator has Illustrator changed their interface similarly to as Photoshop. So you can have like really way darker interface now. In general, Illustrator hasn't upgraded too many things, but there are some stuff. So one of the biggest things I talked about last time, you can create patterns, seamless patterns in real time, or you can create like patterns. There's a way to create patterns easier now. That's a pretty big thing. And the other real big thing that they have is you can have gradients and strokes that never existed before. I know you're like, what? I'm sure it has. No, but it has.
Oh, gradients in strokes. Only in Photoshop it exists.
No, we're talking about Illustrator.
I know, but I'm saying it existed in Photoshop. So now it doesn't.
In Photoshop, you have gradients and strokes, regular strokes, and
you have in and
pattern
out,
strokes.
And you have pattern strokes?
Yeah, you can have. No, that's always existed. Really? Yeah. And no, the new thing with Photoshop now, if you ever made a stroke, the stroke. It wouldn't be a perfect, like, say you have a box, right? And you make a stroke on top of the box, and then you make the stroke like 5 or 6 pixels, you'll have this weird curve that goes around the stroke. It won't be a perfect square, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Hard corners.
Yeah, hard corners. So with the new photo, like how you instead of adding the stroke and the effects, adding it with the vectors, with that little vector selection, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Hopefully people know too. But this is a very, very cool thing. Now you can have perfect strokes with that new vector tool in Photoshop.
Perfect corners.
You can have perfect corners and inside and outside, and you can dot it and all that stuff. But now it's like a real. It's more, they win more where you can have true vector stuff in Photoshop, which is pretty cool. One of my hidden favorite things in Illustrator, which is crazy cool, and is like very, very dorky.
Sorry.
But you're able to, I believe, I'm not positive if this is true, but from the demo the guy was showing, I think this is true because I don't own that yet. It doesn't exist as in our time right now. It doesn't exist yet for Illustrator CS6. But you can scroll through fonts by pressing up and down Finally, if it exists, I hope so. It looks like it could.
Yeah, I remember you asking. Who did you ask? Did you ask Monster about that?
I didn't ask nobody about that. Did I?
I remember you telling me that you asked somebody on Twitter about it.
Oh, no, I did. I asked, what's his name?
Something Gold, right?
Morty, an illustrator dude. He's
Morty from Adobe, essentially.
Morty from Adobe. He was like an engineer and all that stuff. He knows a lot of different stuff, and I used to watch all the different things he used to have him every Friday, like video podcast type of thing.
I think he still does them, actually.
He still does them, yeah. He usually has all these different tricks, and I asked him, he said no. So the thing with that, you can always control fonts, like in Photoshop, InDesign, After Effects, all those programs. You could control fonts just by going to the character and pressing up and down. You can see what they look like in real time. But in Illustrator, you can never do that. You have to choose the font. It was very annoying. Only you can do it the same way on a PC, which is ridiculous. In PC it worked, but on a Mac it never did. But now I think it will work. From the demo that I saw this guy was doing.
So the guy's name is Morty Golding.
Yes, Morty Golding.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, so that's cool, man.
Really cool.
So I mean, the cloud stuff is definitely really, really cool, and that brings up a good point because Google Drive actually just launched, and they were. So I got this off CNET, and CNET, one of their writers did a little bit of investigating, and now there's a huge uproar on the internet now. So I never thought of this idea. So Dropbox and then Microsoft has SkyDrive now, and both of those in their privacy policies, they clearly state that the stuff that you put on the drive, they have no ownership over at all. Google's actually clearly states that they can use any of the stuff on the drive for advertising, to recreate, all kinds of stuff, and so there's a huge uproar on the internet now over that.
Was it a free service? Google's?
You know, I did, in this article, did not mention
it makes sense for it to be free if they could do whatever they want with it, right?
Yeah, it's true. So, but basically, my point now is, I didn't even think of this, but I brought it up now because the Adobe Cloud is now, if your stuff is being transferred onto their servers and onto all your other stuff, at what point, like, is Adobe have ownership over your stuff? They shouldn't have any at all.
I don't think they do. It's different.
I'm just saying, if they're
you would have to check their terms.
It would be interesting to see.
But it's a paid thing. It's a paid service.
Yeah.
So probably not. See, Google's most likely it's like free. So you're volunteering your stuff. Yeah. You know how Google Voice and a lot of their services, the ones that we do for free, we're actually helping with their stuff. Even like Google Translate, where we use our voice to help them do their stuff.
I just thought that was a really weird topic, and like, I don't know, it's just like, it seems weird. Google's doing a lot of stuff right now that like is making the internet pissed off, and it's weird because Google is supposed to be not evil, but they seem like they're doing a lot of stuff that could be a little bit shady, you know, with all their new privacy policy stuff on their searches and all their new, just a bunch of different stuff, you know, so it just was different. So I'd like to see how this pans out and see if they end up changing it, but it's, if you guys get a chance to check out the link in the show notes, and it clearly states in there that they basically own everything you put up there, which is crazy.
It's not evil. Because they're telling you that they're doing it. It's not like they're doing it.
I know, but still, I mean, they're coming late to the game, to the cloud service. They're coming about a couple years late to the game, and now they're going to say, like, hey, we own the stuff that you put up there, or we can use the stuff that you put up there.
And then they're giving you an option. You don't have to put it up there.
I know, but what's going to entice people to use that service if that's the case? You know what I mean?
It's up to them. It's up to the person there. They're warning you in advance.
I know, but what I'm saying is, why would anyone want to use that service then?
I bet you people will still use it.
People will still use it?
Because it's free, most likely. We don't know the prices, but most likely it's free, and free changes things. Money's important. Money plays a big game.
I feel like they're going to lose
advantage of free people.
No, I feel like they're going to lose a lot. Like, they're basically creating the Google Plus of cloud services now. The one that people won't want to use because of a certain little thing. Because now people that have Dropbox, they have no reason to be like, hey, I want to do Google because it has Gmail linked in. I don't want to do that because now, I mean, because a lot of people that use Dropbox are in the creative field like we are.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense for them to do that. Like, it seems like they're just shooting themselves in the foot, you know?
I don't think so.
Really?
We'll see what happens.
All right. It's so funny because usually I'm the one defending Google, but yeah, on this front I'm not.
The pages have turned.
Wow.
Yeah, especially since they're telling you in advance and they're giving you the option.
No, but it's not like they tell you. It's in their privacy policy, so you have to read through that. It's in legal stuff. It's not like
When you say it kind of clearly shows it like really open.
I'm saying when you read
I never read any of those things.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But the only reason I noticed it clearly is because in this article they point out the paragraph that shows it, and it's like 2 paragraphs, and they basically talk about how. I mean, I would read it for you right now, but I don't want to stutter.
We'll see what happens. But my idea about Google is use me as much as possible. It's cool because I'm using you for so many free things I'm already getting from you. That's kind of my idea about it.
Yeah, but I still feel like there's something shady going on.
They're using us for all this other stuff already, but we're using them more.
No, of course.
But they're a big company, so a combination of using everybody a little bit, they're in the end, they still win. Right?
Yeah, but there's still something shady about that.
Are you going to change to Yahoo now? Are you going to get all your email?
No, I'm going to stay on Gmail, but I'm just saying Google Drive is not something that I will probably end up using. Because
we don't know yet. Is it like literally existing already? Can you try it and stuff already?
Yeah, on this, I mean, on CNET they had an article of how to start your Google Drive, so I don't know. I just thought this was weird. But we'll see down the road if Google turns into a crazy, like, Decepticon and then just demolishes us, and then Optimus Prime has to come out and fight him. So, which Apple is Optimus Prime, by the way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Typography?
No. Car parts.
Car parts. Yeah. Cool. Let's see what subject I should talk about now, because we have so many topics, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. So Tupac.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
No, I just want to say Tupac.
Oh, okay, good, man. We're like 2 weeks late to this game, but it's cool.
But our opinions about it will be the valuable thing, not the fact that it happened or didn't happen.
Well, I did a little bit of research on this. So I've been hearing a lot about it. Everyone has. It's blown up on the internet.
Well, let's tell them what it is. So what we're talking about, guys, is there's a big concert that happens in Coachella. It's like California. I believe it's like Riverside area, something like that.
It's in Indio.
Indio.
It's like Palm Springs /
Palm
Indio.
Springs. So like around, if you guys know where Palm Springs, it's around that area, kind of like really deserty and really hot and stuff over there.
Yeah.
So they have this really big concert event that happens on a yearly basis, and normally it just happens. It's like a whole weekend thing. This year they had
2 weekends.
They had 2 weekends for the first time because it's such a popular thing, and the tickets really get sold out within minutes.
Yeah.
So it's a really big event.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, there was a big surprising event, right? Dr. Dre invested a lot of money, right?
Yeah, he invested a ton of money to reproduce Tupac in a hologram form.
Yes.
And it was pretty cool. Like the first time I saw it, it was a little creepy though.
How he was like kind of gliding on the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
And normally that happens if you guys ever seen a hologram, like even a basketball card or something like that. If you just keep it still and you move your head back and forth, you could see it moving. Which that's the little thing that makes it less realistic. Other than that, it was pretty realistic. I think he invested $10 million, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
$10 million, and it's super worth it. Besides the fact that how much publicity it got, right? Super worth it. It went super viral, and like there's gonna be so many copies of that, and there's gonna be all these ideas. You know, they're gonna do Michael Jackson. They're gonna. Well,
that's what I wanted to bring up. We were talking about this on Sunday, and we stopped because we were like, well, let's talk about this on the show.
Right.
I think because I didn't go to. They have that Immortal, Michael Jackson Immortal. Supposedly they have something like that in that show, but it's not as advanced as the Tupac one.
Is that in Universal Studios? Where is that?
No. It's normally a Cirque du Soleil show, and it's normally in Vegas, but it's been in LA for the past I think a couple months or something. And I had a couple friends from work that went to it, and they told me something about that. And so I think that the technology's been there, but they just haven't advanced it that far.
But $10 million, it had to be like more advanced than regular, right?
I did a little bit of research on it. Okay, so this is what's crazy. That Tupac that you saw, people thought that it was video footage. It was actually 3D modeling. And then it was all done with visual effects. So what they used for movies, they basically built it that way, and then they just, his voice, they put in there and everything. And
he said, yeah, Coachella!
I know, and people are still like, well, how'd they do that? But I'm sure it's like, they probably just got an engineer to either do it or have somebody just imitate him. But what's crazier about that is the company that did all the Tupac work for that, the company's called Digital Domain, and they're actually out here, and I know 3 people that work there.
Cool.
And I didn't even know about that.
Because it's super secretive, they couldn't talk about it.
I know, and the only reason...
But I bet you they knew about it, right? Did they?
No, I didn't talk, I didn't hear anything about it. That's what was crazy, is I didn't get a chance,
You haven't talked to them yet about this.
I haven't yet, so I definitely want to get a chance.
Next time you hang out with them, ask them. I bet you they knew about it and they couldn't talk about it. It was super secretive.
Even like digital domains, their stock like went way up after that happened, and that's how people found out the digital domain was the one that did it. It was basically because their stock was just skyrocketing after, like I think that Monday after, it just went through the roof. So I think that's really, really cool, and there's now interviews with people like T.I. and other people like that. They're saying like if they could have this technology, they would use it to do 6 shows in 6 different places in one night, where they could just do a show in one place and then have themselves projected.
It's gonna like degrade. It's gonna make shows valuable. I don't see it being valuable for people that are alive too much. Right? It's more like it would be more valuable for people that we would miss and we haven't seen them and we want to see them perform, like people that are like not really alive.
I think that will definitely be the beginning. Will be the people that are dead, because that's
like Elvis, right? Something like that.
Yeah, like I could see that, but the thing that I think is probably going to end up happening is people will get tired of seeing the same performances, and then like the cost of a ticket to go to like a Tupac concert, if they bring just Tupac out there, like what would you pay to go see Holopac?
I don't know if I would really even go. I mean, I'd rather go see a living person.
That's what I'm saying. So they would have to have somebody, like they'd have to do like Dre, Snoop, and Pac again, and they do a whole show.
Oh yeah, it would have to be living people with holograms.
Yeah, because the other thing is like
then it'd be worth it.
Because then think about it this way: what if, let's say, the Watch the Throne, they have Watch the Throne 2 come out, and then you can't afford to go to the actual Watch the Throne concert.
Yeah, that was like $500 for those tickets.
So let's say you can't afford that, but there's a hologram version that basically is a projection of them, and you could pay half the price to go see that. That could be something that people may pay for, you know?
I don't know about half, but maybe like 1/5. Because it's like seeing a movie, pretty much, right?
It's true, but you know, I think they'll get people to like pay for that type of stuff like down the road, but I don't know. I think that it's going to be definitely a novelty for a little bit, but we'll get a lot more out of that down the road, because that type of stuff, it's basically augmented reality without the glasses, you know, or without the actual device. So I could see advertisers deciding to use that technology just to like put little billboards up at shows or something like that.
Augmented reality, is that where the website moves, like in different, that snowboarding website? Is that that?
No. Augmented reality was.
I forgot. I remember talking
augmented reality. Did I show you? When we were in school, I thought about like trying to learn how to do it. And
we used to talk about it towards the end.
Yeah, there's like that guy that plays rock paper scissors with his shirt. It's like a little QR code, and it just yeah. My work just did something really cool with that, and like we're getting really into augmented reality now. But that's definitely a technology that will be there eventually, especially with like Google Glasses and stuff coming out. It's definitely going to be there, you know. Project Glass. You saw Project Glass, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
But maybe they have. Ask them.
Have you guys seen Project Glass? Project Glass is a new thing that Google. There's a concept video they put up. It's these glasses that you put on, and then there's an interface in the glass, and basically it's all voice activated, and you can do everything. You talk to people on the phone.
So I'm weird that I don't know about that.
Because it blew up on the internet like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I sent it around my office, and then I don't know why I didn't send it to you. I thought you had just gotten it, but it blew up on the internet, dude. Like Google Glass, man.
I didn't know about it.
You should get down with Project Glass. I want it. So, but yeah. So Project Glass.
Project Glass. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So InDesign.
Yeah, we're going from Tupac to Project Glass to InDesign.
People care.
Of course.
There's a new thing coming out in InDesign, CS6. It's called alternate layouts. This is a very cool thing. You will like this. So will you guys.
Alright, if I don't like it, I'm gonna
you
turn
will
the
like
show
it.
off.
You will like it.
Okay.
So alternate layouts. You create a layout, right?
Yeah.
And your layout is made for one type of, let's say, device, or let's say a specific resolution.
Okay.
Then you can create an alternate layout using the same content, maybe like the same pictures or the same information, same text or whatever. Like say, so you create a page and then you create another page, like an alternate page.
Okay.
So like, as an example, I'll use an example. So let's say you have an iPad and you create a vertical version and you create a horizontal version. Okay. And depending on if it's vertical or horizontal, it'll adjust.
Okay.
Just for that, it already makes sense.
Yeah.
Now let's say you make another version for a different tablet. Amazon's tablet or whatever.
Yeah.
What's it? The Kindle. Let's say the Kindle. It's a different resolution. It'll be different. Boop. Do a whole nother layout for that using the same content, and then also another one for, let's say, for an iPhone, or another one for some other device. It's a really cool thing. I like it very, very much, and I think this is going to be extremely, extremely used.
It seems like it could be really, really useful,
Especially this will be very, very useful.
Especially because there's now the web publishing in InDesign, right?
With yep. The other thing with InDesign, you can finally in CS6 you'll finally be able to use forms inside of InDesign. You've never been able to do that.
Oh, that's
you always had to
fantastic.
export it out and use Acrobat Professional, which was annoying because you have to use multiple programs, and then something gets changed and you got to go back and edit it. It was annoying. Now you can do everything in InDesign. This is a very cool thing too.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That does sound really, really useful, actually.
But this alternative layout, this is something that people will be using more. I see people designing. So? Yeah, I see people designing stuff for tablets and things like that all the time.
How often do you open InDesign anymore?
I use it a lot.
You do? Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure because I don't use it at all unless I have a print project because I just don't have a use for it right now.
I use it when I have just any type of multiple page projects. But when I'm doing stuff for the iPad specific, and there's multiple pages, I use, I did different grid layouts, and it would just make sense to do that in InDesign, to lay that out in InDesign because it's like a bunch of pages. It doesn't make sense to do that in Photoshop or whatever. Or Illustrator. Actually, that could be done in Illustrator too, but it just makes sense to do it in InDesign. And also in InDesign, I forget what it's called, but you can have this board and you throw stuff on that board, and whichever page you go on, you can just take stuff and remove it and put it on each page.
So you can copy multiple things?
Yeah, kind of
almost like a clipboard?
Like a clipboard, but you just have it right there. And I have a section for it, but I forget what it's called right now. I didn't write it down.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard, now I don't know how true this is, and I didn't research too much about this, but I heard IKEA's coming out with the television made in the furniture. So it's like a part of the furniture. It's called the IKEA TV.
Really?
But my source is not super reliable, so I don't know.
Who's your source?
Conan O'Brien.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
Because they made a little skit about it, but usually they make skits about real things.
Sometimes. Yeah, but I don't know. What do you think about that?
I blamed it on him, in case I'm wrong. I think that that could be used. IKEA comes out with some pretty unique furniture. It's not always the best quality, their furniture.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, a lot of colleges, people that don't want to spend too much maybe, and because you put it together yourself and stuff like that. But some of the stuff is nice, like our table right here in the living room. That one's IKEA.
Yeah.
And I think it was $40, right? And they had another table just like that, which was real wood. It was $200.
How do you visualize the TV being built? What type of furniture do you think it would be built into? Into an entertainment center?
It could be. Because I don't know I didn't imagine.
I think of a goofy thing, it's in your couch, and I know that's not possible because you're sitting on the couch.
That'd be cool. Like you press a button or something and it comes out.
Oh, you're talking like that. I was thinking it's built in in the back, one of the seats. You're hey fool, don't sit down there because I gotta watch TV.
He's on the TV in the cracks.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's pretty funny actually.
Yeah.
IKEA also came out with something else. I don't have it pulled up right now, but they made this. So IKEA is known for their giant stores, right? And these giant stores that people get lost in and all kinds of stuff because it's so giant. But they now came out with this thing as a brilliant marketing thing. And I wasn't even going to bring this up, but it's someone sent it around the office today to show us. They came out with this thing called the smallest store ever. 128 pixels by 128 pixels. That's their entire store is encompassed in it. And basically what it is it's a square that's off to the side on this advertising section, and they have every single product is 1 pixel. And as you scroll over it, and this is all built in HTML5, which is even crazier. So you scroll over it, and every single pixel you scroll over, it gets a little bit bigger, and all the things kind of ripples. So the one that you're on gets bigger, and then you click it, and it takes you to the actual page to buy it, and you can actually buy stuff that way. And it's just this little tiny thing, and they did it all as an advertisement. And it's just a little banner that just shows up and says, smallest IKEA store ever. And then it goes down, and then all of a sudden it's all these pixels, and you just scroll over. And it's pretty
unique.
It's pretty ingenious, actually.
But it's pixels. You don't know what you're looking at. It's kind of random. You just press a yellow pixel, and it takes you to...
No.
You see it when you roll over it?
Each pixel has an image of it. That's why it gets a little bit bigger, and you can see, that's a table, that's a couch.
But it's still kind of randomized. You don't know what you're pressing until...
And it's categorized, though, because the banner is split up into 6 sections, and each section has a like generic objects. So it's like, is a teddy bear, so that's like a toy section, or this is like a table, so it's kitchen. Exactly. So then you scroll in that area and you know you're in kitchen, or I don't know. I think it's a pretty ingenious idea for them to do that.
IKEA's pretty good marketers.
Yeah, you know, they're just Swedish. You know, it's cool.
They make meatballs. You know they do, right?
Swedish meatballs?
No, if you go to IKEA, you can buy meatballs hanging out there and stuff.
Yeah, I've only been there a couple times.
And they make good chocolates too.
Yeah?
Pretty good. I liked it. I like the chocolate that they have there.
I always thought that IKEA was like... I never really been to IKEA until I moved out here, and then I remember talking to my mom, and she's like, you gotta go to IKEA.
It's fun. I like that place. I liked it.
But she always made it out to be like, but if you're gonna go, you gotta go all day.
It is. It's kind of like a 3-4 hour thing. I might have gone with you once.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we went and bought these coasters and these table mats, placemats and stuff. Yeah, I was there. That's what's up. But yeah, so a small store over IKEA.
Hey, you know Stan Lee?
Yeah.
You got excited because I mentioned him?
You're talking about Stanley Kubrick, right?
No,
Stan Lee, Excelsior. Yeah.
That was me drinking water.
Yeah, I know.
No, but they don't know.
Yeah, I know, of course.
So, I never knew this. You probably know this already. Mm-hmm. And I never knew this. And some of our listeners already like comics and stuff, so they probably know this too. But
okay.
So, I found out about this, that Stan Lee, like all his characters that he makes, the first and last names. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. Just keep going. I may not know.
You're upset because you don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
You should.
No, because this is what you always do. You hype it, and if you listen to the last show, you like to like draw stuff way long. Like I didn't.
Like we're doing right now.
Like yesterday, like on the last show, I didn't.
That's what makes it work. People like
last time I didn't know about something, and you were just like, I can't believe you don't know about this. Hold on.
Oh, Hawaii.
Oh my gosh.
Hawaii.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. And then I was like trying to say, okay, well I'm gonna look it up. You're like, oh, so you just can't trust me. You just can't trust me.
That's funny. This is all real. See, people like that.
People I know. Of course, people like it raw.
Okay, so Stan Lee. Take that out, yeah.
No, I'm leaving it.
No, not that I said that. What you said. Anyways, yeah.
Of course.
So Stan Lee. No, the first and last names start with the same letters of most of his characters, or pretty much all his characters. Think about it.
Peter Parker. I'm drawing on blanks now. Tony Stark doesn't. Did he create? He created Iron Man. Yeah, him and Kirby did. I'm trying to go through characters now. Peter.
You're on the spot.
Why can't I think of characters now?
You feel like me.
Bruce Banner. I guess they do. Bruce Banner, and then I guess they do. It kind of makes sense.
You just can't remember anymore. But I know. I heard about this. I was watching a show, The Big Bang Theory. It's a pretty funny show, like these kind of nerd guys. And I like it. It's a pretty funny show. And they were like, they've got this one Indian guy that's on the show. He said that. And then I was like, it's pretty cool. And I wrote it down in my little reminders to talk about it. Because I never knew that. And I thought you would know something like that. So
yeah, you know what? I don't know if I've ever heard that before, but that does make sense, though.
Yes, 2 points.
Oh, yeah, 2 points. Hold on, let's sit here and save it a little bit.
Because it's so rare, and it's about, like, your thing, kind of. Comic books is your thing.
Oh, yeah. That's a very, like, I bet you a lot of people don't know that. Even a lot of big comic book fans, actually. I would bet. Just because, I'm sure he said it in an interview, because I've watched a lot of things with him, but I don't know, man. It's a cool thing, though. That's kind of cool. But, you know, they also, if you notice, a lot of superheroes work for newspapers, too, which is weird, but they do.
So. They work for, true.
Yeah, so...
Like Spider-Man and Superman.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Superman, and then...
Dorkman?
Dorkman.
Which one?
Yeah.
You're the Robin, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Because you rob?
No, I thought it was Batgirl, dude. I'd rather be her.
I thought you were Catwoman. No, you're Cam-Man.
I am Cam-Man.
Come on, man. Come on. I said that while he was drinking and he spilled the water, did he?
You know
did you? Because I'm talking to them.
The reason it's funny to me, though, is because there's a side project I'm working on right now, and that's what they call me is
Cam-Man?
Man Cam. Because there's a girl Cam at my work, and they usually call me Boy Cam. For some reason, they start calling me Man Cam.
Oh, that's funny. Too many kind of good topics. I think we mentioned a lot of topics that people hopefully don't know about. So they're like, what they do is they pause the show and they're like looking, it's true, la la la.
Yeah, so like now they're pissed off because now like they just pause the show and then they're coming back and they're hearing this, where you're going, they just paused the show, blah 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 blah. When they'd rather just get back to the thing and not have to wait 10 minutes to hear about that they just paused the show. Right?
No, they need to know this. So they pause the show, like for example, the Stan Lee thing, and they're like, "Oh, he's like, oh, look, most of them are, and whatever," and all that stuff we're talking, like we're mentioning or whatever, and they're checking, and like, "Oh, let me check how Three Stooges did on the second week. Oh, well, they did pretty good."
Because unless they're in their car, then they're just stuck listening to us now, and then.
But they like this. This is comedy because they hearing that frustration in your voice.
Yeah.
And they're hearing that.
Well, there's more frustration because I'm out of topics, and
are you? We make topics from scratch, and we're not even itchy.
Dude, while we were talking about Stan Lee, I do have a topic actually. While we were talking about Stan Lee.
Not even itchy?
No, I'm not even itchy.
You'll get it when you cut it.
It's cool. But yeah, so I'm going to.
Thanks for the invite.
I'm going to midnight showing of Avengers on the 3rd, which is next week, which I'm super hyped on.
Yeah.
And I've heard nothing but amazing things about that movie.
It's good.
And and Kevin and Bean, they were giving away free tickets to Century City for the midnight screening, which I thought was interesting. So you should win some tickets from Kevin and Bean.
Oh, thanks. I know people that can get them. They just don't invite.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Yeah? Okay. Cool, man. Good.
What's the 3rd?
The 3rd is a Thursday. What?
Why don't you invite?
Don't look at me like that. Because I thought you would have been like, "Oh no, dog, I got too much stuff. I'm too busy. I'm tired. Blah blah blah." 'Cause you're old, dog. I know how you are. It's fine.
Dog? I'm dog now?
I called you dog like 10 times. But yeah. So now we're gonna.
No, that'd be pretty fun. Actually, I would have been done, especially for a midnight show. Those are the funnest. Is that a word, funnest?
Yeah, it's the funnerest. Well, I mean, you can look. I'll tell you where the theater we're gonna be at, and then you can see if there's any more tickets left.
Oh, it's not like a hookup? You have to pay for it?
No, man. We're paying for it.
Forget that.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
You're like, no, you're not.
Wow. But yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for...
We're pretty much done? Alright.
How much time are we at?
Like 42 minutes, which is actually fairly short for us, but it's okay.
No, I'm like 6'4". Shark Tank?
Shark Tank the show? Really? Oh, I didn't know you were actually talking about that.
Yeah, there's a show called Shark Tank. The camera didn't know that I was talking about.
Well, I know about it because I've worked on marketing for it. That's why I know about it. So they're in the 3rd season.
And then all that irrelevant stuff that he just said. But yeah, so the show.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the irrelevant stuff, also the show is a really interesting show. I actually like it very much. What people have, the idea with the show is that people have different ideas, right? They have inventions, they have just different like marketing strategies, just different ideas, creative things like say soap, some kind of soap that smells a certain way, or some kind of new type of doll, or some kind of new type of technology that doesn't exist. And then on the side you have these like a certain amount of investors, I don't know, like 5 or 6 different investors, I don't know the exact number, and then your job is to kind of stand there in front of them and pitch your idea to them and see if they like it well enough for them to invest in it. And people like the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, he's on that show, and a lot of high profile people that are fairly financially happy, as in rich.
Yeah. Cool, man.
And I liked it. I liked the show. I watched it from the first time.
Yeah.
This past Saturday, and I liked it. I liked the idea of it. I liked just people coming up with ideas and trying to sell their ideas. And they get offers like, "Oh, I'll give you $50,000 plus 30% of your. I own 30% of your profit of your product. So no matter what you make, I get that much plus 20 cents for each thing, and blah blah blah." And they all make different deals and different things, and they see what happens. So I kind of liked it, and I like the title very much. Shark Tank. Yeah. On ABC, it's on ABC. Yeah. And ABC and AGD is even better than regular ABC. So.
No way, man. No way. We don't watch regular. We don't watch standard in this house. It does not happen. Yeah, I know. It does. Yeah, it always does feel weird watching standard stuff now for some reason.
So that Sunday also when you went to a movie that you didn't invite me to, I
couldn't invite you because I RSVP'd, and then the person that I RSVP'd with, they actually bailed on me. So I could have actually invited you when I got there and realized that they weren't coming. So. Yeah.
No, I probably wouldn't have gone though.
I know. It was cool because I came back and you were like teaching someone how to do photography. And
stuff. I was actually watching a Laker game before that. Yeah. And this Laker game was a very good game. It was
and they won, right?
They won, but they were losing by 18 points, and they were playing against the Thunder, right? It's a really good team, and like the number 1 team on the West Coast. So the playoffs are starting.
The hockey team?
No, we're talking about NBA basketball. Okay, so that game, we're on our test, Metal World Peace. He actually elbowed a person in the face, and and he got suspended for 7 games.
Oh, you know, I think I read something.
Yeah, it's a huge
that.
thing. It's all over probably the planet.
I didn't know it was world peace.
Yeah. So world peace.
That's crazy.
And he's going to be on Conan O'Brien tonight talking and stuff, so I'm going to check that out. But yeah, him doing that, I was like, what? And he scored this really nice shot. He was celebrating, and as he was running, he elbowed a guy in the face as strong as possible. Him and another gentleman by the name of LeBron James, they're pretty much the two strongest people in the whole NBA. NBA, they're not little weak people like us, right? They are.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself, son. They are very strong guys, right?
Yeah.
The entire league, they're pretty strong. They work out. They're professional athletes. These guys are millionaires. And these two guys, like LeBron James and Metta World Peace, are the two strongest people
in the NBA.
Pretty much, in my opinion, they are. Yeah. And he and Metta World Peace elbowed this guy in the face, kind of semi by accident. I thought it was kind of by accident, but still he did it, and it happened. He got kicked out right away, and he already has a really pretty bad temper, and he already has a reputation for crazy things. Like 10 years ago, I was at my grandma's house, and this other thing happened where a guy threw a soda at him or something like that.
Oh, and then he threw a chair back, right?
He went up and started like beating. There was all this stuff. It was a humongous thing. He got suspended for the whole year. That's like the most ever.
I think I remember hearing about that.
It was a big thing. I saw
like a big fight.
Yeah, he was on the Pacers at that time. It was a huge thing. It was like 10 years ago, and I remember I was at my grandma's house when that happened. Crazy. So he has a reputation, and like last year he got. This is crazy, right? Last year, the same guy we were talking about that has this anger management problem, he got a Citizens Award for something like that, for being like really peaceful and being really good, which is like complete opposite.
His name is World Peace.
His world is World Peace, yeah. But he does have an anger management problem and all this type of stuff. So that's kind of something that happened. But they beat them. They were losing by so much, and they ended up winning. Kobe in the end, and a couple other players, and it was the double overtime. It was like the best game ever.
Wow, nice.
It was crazy.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I was really excited watching that game. So that's what's up.
Well, that concludes Sports Talk with Gary and Cameron.
And the playoffs are starting next Saturday. So by the time they listen to this, they probably started already, if anybody cares.
So playoff party going down at the Dork Mansion. Come on over a week late.
If by party you mean drinking Capri Suns, then yeah.
Yeah, what up?
So that's what's going on. That's about it. Take them out, Cam.
I will take them out.
Take them out to dance.
Right now.
Take them out to dance.
Take them out to dance?
Yeah.
Like Footloose?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So definitely...
Screw your foot back on. It's loose.
I already did, dude. But yeah, so check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/StudioDork. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, or anything at all, also hit us up on Twitter at StudioDork, or you can also find us on Google+. Go to the search section of our site, and you can find the Google+ symbol up there. Click that. We still don't have like a normal link that we can just say easily. But it's okay, we'll get to that.
I don't think they have something like that.
They have business pages now, and we haven't done that. So we need to hook up a business page and see if we can do it that way. So, and then definitely check us out on iTunes. Write us a review. Just leave us a comment. 1 to 5 stars. We prefer 5 stars. But just to get the feedback out there, we want people to know about it. You know, like it just gives us more traction on iTunes, and we want to know the feedback. We want to know if we're doing good. We actually got some feedback this past week a couple times through Twitter, and it makes us feel good. Even the bad stuff makes us feel good. So
bad stuff, we got bad stuff. Bad stuff doesn't make us feel good. Oh yeah, bad stuff makes me feel good.
Real good.
Cameron like strangled me, telling me you're too good.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, oh yeah, and definitely YouTube channel. Check us out on YouTube. We're working on video content right now, and we'll have something out hopefully soon. Video podcast, right? That's what we're getting ready to do.
Oh, we need haircuts.
We do need haircuts. But yeah, so YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/StudioDork. And that's pretty much it, man. So you take them out now.
Ooh. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for listening to us. And we hope you...
have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes. Whether you're Cam's mom or sister or whoever's listening to us, thanks so much for listening to us, guys. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you later. Peace. You got suspended for 7 games.
Yeah, don't elbow people in the face and stuff.
Yeah, party.
One day I'm gonna have to do it to like just throw people off. But, you know.
Can we get much dorker?
We could in here.
here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was a pretty good show.
I had so many topics.
That's good, though, man. Like, normally I have more topics than you, but I didn't have that many this time because I just
everything that's been coming on my mind, I've been writing. I really like the reminders thing you put on your phone, and it just has it synced right here.
Yeah, I don't really use reminders,
actually.
It all
the time.
Yeah.
So you put on your cloud, and it syncs around into your...
Yeah.
thing.
I kind of wish Notepad did, though. You ever notice that? Like, if you wrote something down, your notes should transfer between, but I guess it makes sense.
They're going to do that in the next...
Oh, I'm sure.
The next operating system.
Yeah.
What is it? Snow...
Mountain Lion.
Mountain Lion, yeah. It's gonna basically Mountain Lion is gonna take all your stuff on the iPad. It's gonna be like so the reminders is gonna be in the operating system already on that too. And the notes, I think on the next version of iPad you should be able to put pictures in your notes. Right now you can't.
That would be genius, dude.
Such a simple thing, right? Just copy paste picture, boom. What's the big deal?
I mean,
you should be able to. Obviously, Apple purposely doesn't put everything right away, so then there's reasons to update.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, man, I dug it. That stuff.
I don't like you being happy.
You don't like me being happy? Hold on, let me get sad real quick. Hi, Gary.
I can't. What you doing?
So we have to have accents now?
Wait, that's my accent?
Yeah,
I'm from style!
Yeah, you're gonna do the South
thing.
thing?
But it always makes you laugh.
It's like, yeah.
It's irrelevant.
I try to, like, picture you with, like, a cowboy hat and stuff, and it just does not work.
Yeah.
So, because you're not a cowboy.
Oh, I got my arm.
You're a Ruski. Oh, yeah. I saw you did some Wacom stuff yesterday. Is that because you got the arm working?
Oh, no, I haven't gone. I just got that today, so we'll see. Oh, yeah, I drew a little bit of
some yourself?
I drew myself. But I use, like, tracing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Isn't that cheating?
It's only cheating if you act like you did it without tracing.
No, I did. I used tracing. I used an image as a reference, and then I took, like, the most important things that I think would be the hardest.
You blocked out the lighting.
To get the perspective right, and then I just took it away, and then I started adding the stuff myself.
Yeah. It looked good. It was cool, man. So it's good.
That's a big deal coming from you.
Yeah? Well, it's only because, like, you bring me stuff that I just want to spend.
Oh, yeah, one time I brought you something. Did we ever tell them this?
I don't think we did, but
I brought a comic book, like I was trying.
No, you did not write a comic.
I mean, not a comic book, but, I was just...
A comic, like you did a comic strip.
I just did a quick thing, like a 1 minute thing. I brought her the camera, he looked at her, he threw it on the floor and peed on it right in front of me.
I did not pee on it.
I mean, he didn't literally pee on it, but that's what it felt like. He, like, crumpled it and threw it on the floor. Well, I think you were in a bad mood or something.
No, okay, this is the thing, okay? You came up with the concept for, like, a comic, right? And I've been trying to do comics for, like, years, right?
So you felt like offended or something.
And so, like, you were just like, oh, I got this idea for a comic, and you came to me and told me, and so I thought you were going to be like, so you draw it and I'll color it, and stuff, and then like, when I thought that was going to happen, then you brought me this thing and was just like, see, I did it, and I was just like, you did not do it, because this is terrible, and you tried to do it without me, like... That's
the truth, see? That's the truth.
Well, it's just like...
That's what it was. It was that I did it without you.
Well,
you would know you would be involved with it. That was just the idea.
But the thing is,
came out. I didn't ever do that. Here's new information.
But how strange, how weird is it for you to be like, because you told me the concept before, and then all of a sudden you're like, here you go, it's done.
I never said it's done.
Basically, you did. You were like, I drew something for this comic,
I should have done it on a napkin, because then it could be more, like, less...
No.
It was just the idea of it, but I didn't have perspective or any of that, because it was just a quick thing. But and the truth is that you were mad that you felt like you weren't involved, and that's...
But it was only because...
You would have been involved.
Because when we were talking about it, when you had... even once I was talking to you about it, like when you had the sketch... There was some semblance of you where you were basically like, no, dude, I'm going to do it on my own. There was some semblance where I felt like you were like, no, I'm just going to do it on my own. It's fine. And I was just like, why would you do that when you had me in the same house? So
the truth comes out.
The truth does come out.
Whether you want to or not.
So we should tell him all your secrets then.
No.
No?
White male.
I guess while we're here, it's my sister's birthday on Friday, so I just wanted to say at least that it was
Happy birthday, Cameron's sister.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kim. We can say that, right?
Yes.
She's one of our only loyal listeners.
No, we have a couple.
I know, I just like to say that.
My mom listens too. What? No, I don't know.
Yeah! I mean, yeah!
Yeah.
Take 2?
Take 5.
What? That's a lot of money.
I know. It's good.
So, we are recording today naked.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm lying.
Yeah, you are totally
Cameron is actually wearing socks, so...
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
No, yeah, we're not recording. Everything is normal. we don't know, we have no comedy, so we just come up with stuff from that's just whatever, right?
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool, man.
Maybe.
Hopefully Danny listens.
But yeah, so that's what's up. Alright guys, take them out again. I'm just kidding, they're already out. They already left. They threw up already while driving.
That comic talk.
They threw up while driving and they ate onions. One day they'll know. Bye! Tell them bye, tell them bye.
He doesn't know something about you that, you know,
Tell them bye, tell them bye!